At the most,
Stephanie White has chosen Kelsey Mitchell over Caitlin Clark, and that's just flat out the truth. Stephanie White wants to run this offense through Kelsey Mitchell, and she says it herself right here. She wants Kelsey Mitchell to keep fighting.
Caitlin Clark fans, brace yourselves. Stephanie White just sent a loud message. This isn't Clark's team. It's the Kelsey Mitchell show now, and she's running wild. Forget the draft buzz and media spotlight. Clark's playing second fiddle while Mitchell takes over like she's starring in a heist film. Is this smart coaching or a straight-up betrayal? Either way, drama just hit Indiana hard.
Oh, this is not great. You remember in the offseason, Kelsey Mitchell was a free agent. And for a long period of time, I got the sense that she actually came kind of close to not coming back to the Indiana Fever. And I'm going to tell you why. When I watch her play, there's plenty of times I'm like, she thinks she is the superstar on this team.
Stephanie White just made the most Indiana move possible. She turned the Caitlin Clark-led Fever into the Kelsey Mitchell show, powered by ego and sponsored by confusion. Forget building around the rookie with a billion-dollar brand and MVP buzz. This team is running on spite, missed opportunities, and a playbook straight from the anti-marketing department. If you're a Fever fan trying to make sense of it all, good luck. This isn't a rebuild, it's a rebrand into chaos.
They're the first people to tell you guys, man, I knew something like this was going to happen. I spoke about this last week, man, when I told y'all Caitlin Clark relationship with these players when that video came out and they really didn't acknowledge her. Now, I'm not saying this is Kelsey Mitchell's fault, but y'all know the old saying John the Liquidator says is looking real spooky.
Let's be honest, Caitlin Clark isn't just a player, she's an entire economy. She pulls more viewers than Game of Thrones reruns and sells more merch than the rest of the league combined. And yet, Stephanie White has her standing the corner like a role player while feeding the offense through Mitchell like it's 2019 at this point. It feels less like coaching and more like sabotage with a side of petty, but sure, let's all pretend this is just about basketball and not a pantsuit-fueled power trip.
Season, the WNBA had grown by 40% viewership from 2022 to 2023. But with Caitlin Clark's arrival, it's grown by 400% viewership. What that means is if the WNBA were continue to grow at the rate it grew from 22 to 23, it would take until 2028 to do what Caitlin Clark did this year.
Clark could drop 40 with one leg and a blindfold, and Stephanie White would still hit the mic talking about playing within the system, which is basically WNBA code for sit down Barbie, you're making my favorites look bad. Meanwhile, Kelsey Mitchell launches a heat check 3 from the parking lot with 17 seconds on the shot clock, and White's on the sideline clapping like she just witnessed a scientific breakthrough.
Is one of the most powerful women in the world, folks. Forbes came out with an article, Editor's Pick, in which they named Caitlin Clark one of 100 women, not one on the list, one of 100, so one of many, one of 100 of the most powerful women in the world, the first time.
Let's be clear, no one's denying Kelsey Mitchell's talent. She's a certified bucket, but you don't build a dynasty on volume, shooting, and vibes. This is basketball, not brunch. Mitchell brings offense, occasional defense, and leadership when it suits her. She'll get you points, sure, but she's not carrying a franchise into the future. Caitlin Clark will. She'll break records, sell out arenas, and charm the media, all while being quietly iced out by the very coach who should be building around her.
But her assist and rebounding is not where I want to see, quote-unquote, somebody that's supposed to be the best player on the team. I bet in their eyes, that's not okay. It's not where it needs to be.
This hero ball narrative they're trying to force on Caitlin Clark, laughable. Stephanie White's out here criticizing her for deep threes like that hasn't been Clark's game since birth. That is the brand, that's why people even know what a Fever jersey looks like. But when Kelsey Mitchell pulls up from the logo, it's suddenly veteran instinct and basketball IQ. Please, when Mitchell does it, it's Kobe. When Clark does it, she's selfish. The double standard is screaming through Gainbridge Fieldhouse like a siren. And for what? To protect a pecking order that collapsed the moment Clark's highlights hit ESPN 10 times a day. Let's not even talk about the locker room energy. Clark walks in with a media frenzy, and the favoritism is so obvious it might as well be wearing a name tag. This isn't coaching, it's sabotage dressed as strategy. And at this point, it's clear Indiana doesn't deserve Caitlin Clark there. Someone said it.
Mitchell was a free agent. And for a long period of time, I got the sense that she actually came kind of close to not coming back to the Indiana Fever. And I'm going to tell you why. When I watch her play, there's plenty of times I'm like, she thinks she is the superstar on this team. All right.
Caitlin Clark brought life to a franchise that, let's be honest, wasn't exactly known for anything. Before she arrived in Indiana, Fever sounded more like a heat rash than a basketball team. Now they're on national TV pulling bigger crowds than some MLB games. And instead of protecting that momentum, the organization is out here gaslighting its own golden goose. The math isn't mateing. The logic's on vacation in another galaxy. Let's not forget Caitlin didn't have to be here. She could have taken the bag overseas or waited for an expansion team that would actually build around her. But she showed up anyway. Smiled through it. Took hits like a piñata. Got guarded like she owed people money. And still she's outplaying everyone on the floor. She's dropping dimes, spacing the floor, making defenders look like glitched out Sims, and doing it all while being double-teamed nightly. Meanwhile, the offense keeps running through Kelsey Mitchell like it's written in ancient scripture. Why? Because Stephanie White seems determined to prove that coaching is just a vibe and a favorites list. It's not just bad strategy, it's sabotage in real time.
Two things are clear. If Caitlin Clark plays in the All-Star game, it will set records. But now, because of her popularity, even if she doesn't, it will break records and be the second highest ever.
Let's be clear, this SNT player development, this is career sabotage with a Nike swoosh. The Fever aren't just failing to maximize Caitlin Clark, they're actively minimizing her. Every possession that doesn't run through her is wasted. Every minute she's benched so Mitchell can toss up bricks is a slap in the face to everyone who thought we were entering a new era of WNBA stardom, and now they've added another guard, one who just happens to play the same position as Clark. Coincidence? Only if you still believe in Santa Claus and fair WNBA officiating. This SNT strategy, it's a deliberate attempt to shrink her role and stuff the depth chart with coaches' pets. It's gotten so petty we're one practice away from Stephanie White banning ponytails just to make Clark uncomfortable. And let's not forget, this isn't college. This is the league. Clark walked in already a superstar. Meanwhile, Stephanie White is clinging to a rotation that feels like it was drafted by a Magic 8 ball having a breakdown. If Clark leaves Indiana, it won't be because she couldn't handle the league, it'll be because Indiana kept mistaking its best asset for a threat. Let her go, let her walk. Let her sign with a franchise that actually knows how to build around generational talent, because when she does, when she lands in a city that gets it, she'll turn that franchise into the epicenter of women's basketball, and the Fever, they'll be stuck running ISO plays for Mitchell while wondering how they let a dynasty slip through their fingers for the sake of ego and empty possession.
Clark came out on the Sue Bird podcast and said that Stephanie White don't want her shooting. She said that, Stephanie White said that, Caitlin, if you're missing, just drive, don't keep.
The sad part, Clark's not even mad. She's been nothing but professional, but there's only so much disrespect you can hide behind a smile. The league sees it, the fans see it, the ratings scream it. So what exactly is Stephanie White seeing besides the bottom of the standings? This isn't just a Caitlin Clark problem, it's a full-blown self-sabotage crisis. A coach who confuses favoritism for strategy, a front office that's asleep at the wheel, and a fan base forced to watch generational talent get treated like an afterthought. If the goal was to push Clark out, mission accomplished, because nothing says welcome to the WNBA like being iced out by your own coach. Don't say nobody warned you. You had the face of the league and you benched her energy, sidelined her potential, and prioritized egos over excellence. So congrats, Stephanie. It's officially Kelsey Mitchell's team now. Hope the ticket sales survive the switch. Meanwhile, Clark will be somewhere else building a dynasty, and if you listen closely you can already hear the echoes in that half-empty arena we should have built around her.
See Mitchell's team, y'all. I'm telling you right now.
Efficient night, but still an impactful night. And that, especially in that fourth quarter, is there any kind of message you need to say to her? Anything that we still need you to keep shooting and keep going, or anything like that?
Here she go.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just telling her, let it fly. It's going to go.
Let it fly. It's going to go. You've never heard her say that with Caitlin. You've never heard her say that with Caitlin. Keep shooting it. Let it fly. She's never said that. If anything, she looked pissed off on the sidelines when Caitlin